Good morning. This morning, we are going to be talking about creating peaceful transitions. Have you ever taken your child to daycare or had to maybe drop them off at an ex-spouse's house, or some other kind of difficult situation where they had to go somewhere, maybe you didn't want them to go, they didn't want to go, and it was very difficult. They were holding on to you saying, "Mommy, don't leave me," and you had to go to work, or whatever that situation looks like. If you would like to have your transitions be more peaceful, take a listen. So my name is Kate, and I'm with Connect Point Moms, and most of you know me personally, those who watch this video, but if you don't, right now my husband and I are raising two wonderful boys. They're really just fantastic. They're 13 and 14, and we are a blended family. So when they were younger, they were both in childcare, and so my 13-year-old and my now 13-year-old, I was a single mom for the first couple of years of his life. And good morning, Stephanie. And so anytime I had to drop Gabe off at, two Stephanies. Hi, good morning, ladies. Anytime I had to drop Gabe off in the morning at daycare, it was very difficult for me, even though I worked there at the time, because I felt really guilty. My plan was to be a stay-at-home mom, and that didn't work out the way that I had wanted it to. So I had to get a job, and I had to take him to care. And so I share that with you because I know a lot of what I was dealing with in dropping him off wasn't so much him being upset about being dropped off, but me being upset about dropping him off. So, which leads me to, I have some notes here. I'm going to give you 4 points of things that you need to know when to make more peaceful transitions. And it's not just for early childhood, because like I said, I have a 13 and 14-year-old. We're a blended family, and they still do go visit other parents, and sometimes that's a difficult transition. They don't want to go, they want to be with us, we want them to be with us, sometimes we want them to go so we can be alone. But anyhow, so number one is about you. Number one is what's going on with you. Are you, like I said earlier, are you feeling guilty? You wish you didn't have to drop your child off at childcare, or you wish you weren't in this step blended family situation. And good morning, Joanne. Oh, hi, Shirley. So number one is really what's happening with you. On Sundays, well, not just on Sundays, but my job is the director of early childhood ministries at Grace Point Church. And so on Sundays, I am there when parents are dropping off. I support the volunteers with that kind of difficult separation anxiety transition. And I see a lot of parents who are like, okay, bye. And they walk out, and others who just like linger for a really long time. And I wonder if it's more about what's happening with them, like they're feeling bad about leaving their child, because really, of course, we're going to keep their child safe. We're going to have a fun time. We're going to teach them about Jesus. And we want to help the parents with that so they can go into their gathering and actually relax and hear the truth. So number one thing to know about peaceful transitions with your children, no matter what their age, is what's going on with you. It always starts with you. So I see Joanne is here, and she's been through many of my classes, and I actually had a whole series about It Starts With You, because it does. So do you trust the caregiver? Are you feeling guilty? Take into mind how you're feeling about maybe even just that day. Maybe you're tired that day, or your child is tired. So that's number one. Number two is slow down. So when you're dropping off your child, I know mornings are busy, and maybe you forgot the juice boxes or whatever the situation is, and you can't be late again, and there was an accident, and the moment is as it is. And rushing your child into childcare or dropping them off at school in a great big hurry is not going to make the situation any easier for you or them. So just slow down, breathe. Empathize with your child if they're having a hard time. Mommy, don't leave me, don't leave me. You can say, oh, this is hard. You wish I could stay with you. You wish you could stay with me. I wish that too. You know, say that if you mean it. If you if it's not one of those moments, I'm not saying lie to your kid, but let them know, you know, I wish I could be with you too. This is hard. You know, you understand that. So slow down, and I promise transitions are going to be easier if we can just be in the moment. So then number 3 is have a routine and a ritual. Do the best you can to do the same things every time around that transition. So when Gabe was young and I was giving him to his biological dad for the night or the weekend, we just had a special little routine that we would do, you know, something silly like we would rub noses and say mugga, mugga, mugga. That was something my mom actually did with me. And it was just, if I would forget, he'd say, Mama, mugga mugga, right? So it's just something that they know you're going to do right before you leave. And then part of number 3 is do that routine, and then you have to leave. So it's not good for you, and it's not good for your child if you linger. And I don't mean to sound harsh, like now you got to go. But sometimes you just have to, if you slow down and you have that kind of connection routine, I want to give you a kiss here, a kiss here, a kiss here, and then goodbye, and then you leave. It's just, it makes it an easier transition rather than dragging it out. If you're feeling anxious, back to number 1, what's going on with you, if you're feeling anxious, your child is going to pick up on that, and then they will feel anxious even if they weren't previously feeling anxious. And then number 4 is when you pick up, right? Because it's not just about transitioning when you're dropping your child off at daycare or with other parents or with grandparents or at school. It's also when you're picking them up. Make sure that, again, you slow down, but that you're present with them. You're not rushing in, you know, on the phone. Okay, all right, come on, Johnny, it's time to go. Yeah, okay, yes, yeah, come on, it's time to go. Be present. I know I have to get dinner on the table, but right now I'm picking up my baby girl, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her. Connect with her. She might want to show you something at childcare that you're like, I really don't have time for this, because if I don't get on the road right now, we're going to get into a bunch of big traffic. But I promise, if you can slow down and be present in the moment, it'll be a better connection for you and a better connection for your child. So I hope these 4 reasons, for 4 things to know, rather, about to have more peaceful transitions has been helpful for you this morning. Again, make sure to comment below if you have a question about how to do something or how my advice on something. I'll let you know. I can do a live about it. I've started a blog at www.connectpointmoms.com. If you go to Free Helps for Moms, you can see all of these videos. You can take my free class. It's a 7 module class, but the first one's free. So please check it out, and let me know how I can help connect you with the children in your life better, because that's what I hope I can help you with. So I feel like I'm a little tongue-tied today. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.